Alright, I am starting a project in a room that used to be a carport that somebody finished off. I don't know, it's about 24 by 24. As you can see, it's got pretty tall ceilings. You can probably see, used to be paneling in here. And instead of saying, well, I would just cover it with sheetrock, I'm just going to mud it up and make it look like sheetrock. That's the whole paneling that used to be there. So ripping all the trim down, and as you can see, it's got a lot of work. It's just, this room's been ignored for a long time. There's my little mini split over there. That's gonna be a Mitsubishi, and anyway, I'm doing it at night after work, so it's gonna take a while. But I changed, had 4 can lights, you know, 2 over there, a couple of ceiling fans from the 70s. The can light there I changed that can light up there. Brick wall. You see, it's this room out here is part of a zoning system, but I think I'm gonna do away with the zone and redo the ductwork in the house, and put the air that's in here, put it into the main house, and just use the mini split to heat and cool out here. I never use this zone anyway, so alright, so yeah, so I'm just got tired of walking through this room and it just being piled up with stuff. So there's a pool table. I have one, can't even play it because all the junk that's in here. So anyway, yeah, I put those LED lights in. Here's the old can light, you know, from whenever this room was finished off. I'm not quite sure what year, but I probably put in a couple more can lights, and of course update the ceiling fans and paint the ceiling, put new trim in. They put this ugly orange carpet over the brick ledge, and it's kind of what it looked like before. I started putting sheetrock, putting mud on the walls, and put too much, so I had to sand a bunch of it off. But anyway, got a fireplace out here, but it doesn't work, and we're not going to use it. It does work, it just doesn't put any heat off, so I just painted it all flat black, you know. So by the time this will be a man cave, my man cave. So anyway, it'll look totally different when it's all done, but no more junk room. But anyway, that's the they painted over the paneling, but put new it's painted gray, you know. It's just, anyway, so I'm gonna go back to work now, and as I progress I'll do more videos, and we will see what it looks like. Alright, now here I'm back in my room, and I'm having to work at night and after hours. So you know, before I was just gonna tape and, you know, just mud over all the seams in the paneling, but I decided I got this whole wall done over to the fireplace, about where that strip is right there, where you can see the difference in the color. Got all that mudded, and it looked good. It was a flat wall. What was happening though was the seams where the paneling goes together, I leaned up against a wall like this, and that seam actually the mud broke. So I was like, man, I don't want to have to sheetrock this whole room. So what I did was, I went to Home Depot and got some textured wallpaper. I don't know if you can see the, yeah, you can see the texture in it there. Got some textured wallpaper. I'm gonna prime it. Any seams, like that seam right there, I don't know if you can see it, but that seam, I'm gonna fix it after it's primered and paint it. Fix the seam, go back and paint the seams again. But I called my salesman over at Mingledorff's today and told him to give me a new Mitsubishi, because that one's coming out. I'm gonna put a Mitsubishi in. I've actually got to move this over a little bit, because this little door right here goes to an outside storage. It's actually for a wood storage. Right now there's a bunch of junk in there, but it's just a wood storage. So when you need firewood, you put your firewood in there. You need firewood, you open that door, get your wood. I like to take it out of there, but Mama said no, so I guess it's staying. And she said I couldn't do anything with the beam neither. But I went and I got new LED lights up there. Got one over there. Of course I want to get new fans. Those things are old. But other than that, well, that is where I'm at. So, but anyway, we'll see how it looks after I do put the, because all the way up to the fireplace is where I stop filling all those seams in, or all those grooves. So anyway, but yeah, if you look down there, you can't even really, it doesn't look like paneling anymore. It just looks like a wall. Well, a sheetrock wall anyway, with textured. But we'll see how it works. Of course, I'm gonna take all the ugly orange carpet up and figure out what I'm gonna do to the top yet when I take all that up. But we'll get it figured out anyway. I'm gonna continue on. All right, since I got my mini split in, there she blows. But now I've moved on to a different project. That's gonna be my door for, my replacement door for over here. Got it at Home Depot today for $179. It's a metal door. But anyway, that's that. Well, I start working on the ceiling. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm scraping all that stuff off, and I'm kind of making it more of a knockdown look. But it'll be alright. It looks a whole lot better than what it does, and spider webs won't stick to the other, like those. So anyway, but that's my new project. Mini split's cooling just fine. Thank you very much. But I'm gonna get to scraping and have to stand my ladder up on my pool table here. But anyway, I'm gonna get scraping, and I think tomorrow what I'm gonna do is prime and paint this half of the ceiling so I can move all that stuff over on this side. Don't really have a bunch of storage, so I can get the ceiling primed to paint it and then kind of work on one side, and that way I can move all the other stuff over to the other side while I'm working on it. But anyway, it's a lot of work, but what are you gonna do? Alright. I got everything all primed, and got my little mini split covered up there so it doesn't get painted. I primed that side of it the other day, and that half, and I don't know if you can see the dark spots behind the primer, but it was I primed it, and then I went and got some paint to see what color we're gonna paint the walls. But that dark spot actually is the color we're gonna paint it. Not that dark spot, but I primed over it, so it'll be one smooth, even coat And look at that. I got the new door put in. It looks a lot better. Still got to trim it, of course, but I'll do that after when I start to do the crown. But while I was messing around, I took some flat black spray paint and spray painted the inside of the boots. That way, when you look up inside there, you won't be able to see silver, but they're all done like that. Covered my brick wall, so we're going to change that door too. I'm going to put one with glass all up and down it, and I'll have to move that vent there and actually put it right there. Like I said, that used to be, before a long time ago, that was a return vent, and I actually, when I ran the ductwork out here before, I capped that one off. So what I'm gonna do is make that a 14 by 14 and cross over the ceiling on the other side of the wall. That way I'll have this room will get a negative pressure if I don't have something going back to the house. Since the house is owned, when those when that damper right there for those 4 ducts close, well, it'll put this room in negative pressure because there's a return. Oh, and behind the coat machine, there's another return back there. So what was happening was, when one part of the house would call for cooling or heating, these vents would shut off, the dampers would shut, and it would just suck air through here. And so it was putting this room in negative pressure. And since this room was done in 1975, these windows are real leaky, and that door definitely had a lot of leak around it. Doesn't anymore, but it did. So I'm gonna change the windows as well, get rid of the storm windows, and this room will be tight again. And you see, I did pull the orange carpet off that right there. That one over there still has it. I'm kind of using it as a drop cloth right now. Once I get all that painted, and then I'll go ahead and take that off. But I want to show you something on this wallpaper here. If you ever decide that you want to use it, when you prime it, it'll look like it's fixing to peel off the wall. I don't know if you can see it, but it'll look like it's fixing to peel off the wall. You can probably see that, and you'll be like, man, what in the world did I do? All that work, and this stuff's peeling. But once the primer dries, it'll go back to where it was, trust me. Because I had on that side over there, on this side over here, when I primed it, I had a bunch of air bubbles, and I was like, oh man, now I've got to start from square one. But once everything dried, it went back to the way it was. The ceiling, you probably can't see. I don't know if you can see up there or not, but I took a 14-inch putty knife with some water, and I scraped the ceiling, and I put more a knockdown look to it, so it looks a whole lot better. The ceiling's actually dry. I'm gonna go ahead and paint it now, and then hopefully the walls will be dry tonight, and I'll paint the walls probably tonight or tomorrow or whatever. But anyway, that's it for right now. And I guess when I get it all painted up, we'll start again, do another video. Alright, been a little bit since I've still been working on this room, but here it goes. Got my Mitsubishi up there, got the walls painted. One of the storm windows was missing a window, never realized it. But when I took the old windows out, there, it was missing a window. So anyway, doesn't really matter anymore because there's my new ones. Got one of them over here. Started painting all my trim and crown, but I'm fixing to start priming, just priming up everything so I can get everything painted. But instead of baseboards over on the other side, I'll show you the there's the old windows. Got those baseboard. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. I'm fixing to start priming. Maybe next time I do a video, the room will have all the trim in it. Alright, my buddy Rick is over here and we are getting the crown put up. We got the window all cased in. Got the baseboard down. Got the door all trimmed out. We're gonna put the crown up now. And I'm not gonna run no crown across the beam. We're just gonna keep going around the room, around the brick. But got my door over here all trimmed out. So, it's looking like a totally different room. So looking good. He don't know I'm filming him, but huh? That's Rick. He's the one doing all the trim. He's doing a good job. All right, Rick is on the last piece of crown. Look. Blew his hat off. He just created more work for me though, because now I got to go patch all the nail holes and caulk everything, do some painting.